station, but you'll have to go to Eupora for the Chainsaw and Arts Festival, which is coming up in August. And here to tell us a little bit more about it and the impact on its town is Mayor Blake McMullan and Janet Cook, who's Eupora Economic Development. So welcome, y'all.
Good afternoon.
All right, Blake, I'm going to start with you as mayor of Eupora. First, if we're not good with our geography, where is your town?
We're located 30 minutes west of Starkville and about an hour south of Oxford. And thank you for having us on Good Things, Rebecca, because we have a lot of good things in Eupora, Mississippi right now.
You do, and you've got a great event coming up. So what does this event mean for Eupora every year?
These events help our city so much in keeping our property taxes and our citizens happy, because when I got elected 2 years ago, I wanted to bring 500 visitors to town, and the impact that you can see on these events that we're having, like bands playing, we'll have a Freedom Festival July the 4th where we shoot fireworks, and we just had 19 teams and all-stars there last weekend, and that made an impact of $130,000 extra dollars in our city budget through sales tax revenue, and we're $30,000 ahead of where we were last year. So we're looking for a good year again.
Well, Janet, I feel like this may be part of your brainchild as being the with the Chainsaw and Arts Festival. We were just talking to Daniel. He said he'd been talking to you about maybe what he's going to create out of some wood. Now, I know you're not going to give that away, but how did the
I know.
Yeah, we don't want you to give away any secrets. Folks need to come out and see it. But how did this idea of a Chainsaw and Art Festival get talked about being in Eupora?
Okay, so I moved here a couple years from Colorado, and I joined his team, leading economic development. And he had said, and some of the board also, we need something that an event could tie into Eupora, that when you think of Eupora, what is it that you stand out? And so this makes perfect sense, because you have all these trees. And this, as Daniel said, this is the only kind of event in the whole state of Mississippi. We're actually on a world Google map of chainsaw events. This is a competition, and we're the only one in Mississippi. And we have been mentored by Frederick, Colorado, which is they're doing their chuck wagon and chainsaw event next month. So they've helped us, do all the laying out. We've kind of maybe, drafted the plan that fits for Eupora. But we're excited. It's a free public event. Where do you go like this? You're going to meet carvers from not only Mississippi, Daniel, but also we have somebody flying in from the United Kingdom, Michigan, Arkansas, Tennessee, New Mexico. It's 4 days, so it gives us carvers enough time, because, it's going to be hot in August. So it's going to give people a chance to come in and they can watch. They'll be able to purchase their own carving, because they'll be bringing their own inventory. Plus, we'll have 2 quick carve kind of competitions, and those will be auctioned off to the public. And what Daniel was referring to is that the main masterpieces, which will be like 8 feet tall and really fat, those masterpieces will stay with Eupora. So that's going to be known as Art in Public Places. So we'll be working with the mayor and our arts council of that. But we're really excited. I mean, this is just unbelievable.
I think it's really cool. And Blake, when you start thinking about bringing people into Eupora, as you mentioned, as part of your mission, I mean, having a multi-day festival does just that. Did you ever think that you would have chainsaw artists from the United Kingdom coming to Eupora, Mississippi to show off their talents?
We had no idea. About a year ago, we put in a sewer system in our campground, and we listed it online. We're getting people from Arkansas, Arizona, Kansas are coming and staying weeks in Eupora, Mississippi. And this is another great thing, because of a 4-day event, where are you going to stay in Eupora, Mississippi? So we've already rented out 5 out of our 11 camp spots, and we have 2 that live there, at 30 days at a time. And it is just so exciting. When Janet first mentioned this chainsaw carving, I said, who's going to carve this stuff? And then we started getting applications from New Mexico, Tennessee, Michigan, and then the UK came in. And it is going to be unbelievable. The buzz around town is unbelievable.
So, Janet, if folks are listening, and obviously we encourage visiting Mississippi all the time here on Good Things. I mean, get out, go see a new town, take the camper, spend a long weekend. But maybe you just want to come in for the main event, or maybe sprinkle in throughout the 4-day event. Is there somewhere you can go and see the lineup, or sort of get an idea of what's going to be going on?
Kind of rephrase it because it's going to be 4 days, and so like they'll start Wednesday. Wednesday and Thursday is going to be kind of relaxed. There's not going to be quite food vendors, so we'll encourage people to use our restaurants and things like that. But Friday night and then all day Saturday, we'll have vendors, we'll have food trucks, we'll have many different kind of events, including the chainsaw. And what's important for the public to hear is that you get to vote for which masterpiece gets first place, second place, and third place. These are cash prizes that go to these carvers.
So where will the main ones be put up? You mentioned public art, which I think is a great idea. So many other towns have their swans, or they have their guitars, and they have all the different things around town. And this can be you guys' sort of thing that stands out in public art. Where will they be placed around town?
We don't know yet, Rebecca, because what happens is that, as Daniel said, they'll look at a piece of wood and they'll actually go and visualize what they want to make, and they get to name the actual masterpiece. And then our nonprofit, or economic development, will work with the Arts Council, which is a nonprofit we partner with, and the mayor, and we'll figure out where's the appropriate place to put that piece of art. And once we do, it'll be bolted down, and we'll actually have on our city website art and public places that where people will be able to come. And we'll do this next year, and we'll have more masterpieces.
Blake, have you ever picked up a chainsaw and thought to yourself, maybe I should make a bear out of something?
I have not. My brother's probably laughing right now when you said chainsaw, because I am not an outdoors kind of person. I'm a computer guy. And I don't know about where all we're going to place them, but I know my impact is going to be we're the home of the Eupora Eagles, and I want a huge eagle flying right over City Hall by the end of this event. And I think one of those guys will carve me out a Eupora Eagle.
Well, Daniel did say, and this is just speculation, that he was, good at animals, and then he was also thinking of doing something big. So maybe Daniel will be your guy to get you the eagle for that, which I think will be really cool. I think it's just going to be a really fun event. Blake, though, if people, maybe August is already booked for them, but they're thinking, hey, Eupora for the first time to take a long weekend during the months of July or August. I heard campers. What all do you have there for weekend getaways in terms of making Eupora a stop on our summer vacation?
Yeah, we have a beautiful 300-acre lake in the city of Eupora. It has a lot of crappie fishing and bass fishing. We just had a 4-H tournament there about 3 weeks ago. 25 kids competed. You can follow the news for Eupora is on Eupora News on Facebook, and then if you want some drama in your life, you can join my Facebook page, Mayor Blake McMullan, because I keep the crowd rolling.
Well, I feel like, shining a light on our smaller towns is always a good thing. And Janet, kudos to you for sort of bringing this idea. But I know it takes the entire town of Eupora to get behind it to make this a success. So y'all must be pretty busy here getting to the last couple of weeks before the main event.
We are. It takes a lot of great sponsors and everything, and then also there's a lot of volunteers we need, and a lot of people are stepping up, and the mayor is the cheerleader, so he does quite a bit. So we're really excited about this. And this event's going on rain or shine, because they can always cut those masterpieces. Well, maybe they have to have a taller tent, but they're used to that.
They're used to that.
They're used to cutting. Yeah.
It's definitely something you won't get to see just anywhere else, as you mentioned, Janet. So remind us, it's free. We don't need tickets. But if we want to see timing or I guess the days, where do we go for that?
It's going to be at Spud Stenham Park in Eupora. And if you go to Facebook or to euporaed.com, it has all the information. It's August 9th, which is a Wednesday, through August 12th on a Saturday. And, we have a schedule online and everything like that. Like, again, it's free. We have it posted on Eventbrite. We have it posted. We have a Facebook ad going right now. We're going to have some more other big. We'll hope to have more TV coverage, more radio coverage. And as you can imagine, this is a huge, huge logistical event. There's so many working parts that you have to do.
But it's going to be great. I feel like it's going to be great. There's going to be beautiful art at the end of it that's just unique to Eupora. And folks need to come out and visit and get to know your town and see what all the good you've got. So, Mayor Blake, kudos for all that you're doing there to get your 500 visitors. I think you're going to have a little bit more than that at some point to come out and see these really cool masterpieces. So I appreciate all of your time.
Bring them on. Thank you, Rebecca.
All right, you guys stick with us. We got more for you coming up.